Hello, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. You're watching my YouTube channel where we play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. It's Sunday, so it is MCU Sundays here. What that means is I did this a few years ago, just trying to bring it back. Marvel Cinematic Universe set, but also inspired by lots and lots of comics and the like different tabletop RPGs that I run for the Open Hearth community. A loose bit of our own canon, but I'm not super worried about that or timeline or any of that other good stuff. Mostly just get together, try out a new game, play cool comic book or MCU characters that we find interesting, tell a story together. We're playing the third of three sessions. It was supposed to be more, but scheduling happened. We are playing Anti-Heroes. Anti-Heroes is a Forged in the Dark Supers RPG that is takes some interesting swings, and we have discovered how it works better than I anticipated, which is great. I love that kind of discovery when I go in and go, I feel weird about this thing, and it turns out no, it's quite an interesting and as we talked about before I hit record, kind of allows for more heroism, which is awesome in a Forged in the Dark game because a lot of times folks will math it out and optimize their stuff, but there is some risk and some not swinginess, but there's a little bit of possibility of yeah, you can risk it, and that's fun and interesting. Our story is set in New York City. It is in the time before Daredevil Born Again started because we didn't know what was going on in Born Again when we started. It's just gonna be weird. So the mayor of New York City is the person who will be unseated. We don't know this, but he will be unseated by Kingpin. It is Graydon Creed Jr., the son of Sabretooth and Mystique. Not Mist, but Mystique. I don't even know who Mist is in Marvel Comics. I'm sure there is a Mist in Marvel Comics, but I just misspoke. Mystique, he is the mayor, and we've had some fun with y'all dealing against your hated rivals, the Serpent Society, who several of you have had dealings with in the past. So let's do a quick round of who are ya, and then we will jump into some downtime. I'm going to start from the right-hand side of the character keeper, which means Jolene, you get to go first. If you could introduce yourself and tell us about your character.
Hi, I'm Jolene. She, her. I'm playing Diamondback, aka Rachel Lighton. She is a former member of the Serpent Society, and she left and they weren't happy about that.
It's true. You can't really leave the Serpent Society. And if you do, I think maybe they're mostly mad because you kept a serpent themed name and you're just messing up the brand at this point. I think it is brand awareness that's the reason for their ire. Kai, you are up next. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hi, I'm Kai. They, them. I'm playing the character from the comics Electrum, as well as from the Netflix TV shows. And um, she's been kind of trying to be a mama bear to this group of girls. Um, and I realized at last session when my enemy called me chopsticks, I really ought to have said something like, "Hey, I'm Greek. Get your racism right." Um, but it didn't occur to me at the time. So
We
that would be
will do a
something I would
little
have said then.
ADR. We'll like post production edit that in because that's pretty good. I like that. Thank you so much, Kai. Next up is Rod. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hi, I'm Roddy Him, and I'm playing Hawkeye, Kate Bishop as Hawkeye, who was inspired by the original Hawkeye. And this is based loosely on the MCU TV series. Yep, that's me.
Cool. Thanks, Rod. Next up is Zach.
I'm Zach, he, him. I am playing Yolanda Yo-Yo McKenna, an original character, goes by Hellfrost. She is the bratty, I say lovable, everyone else thinks bratty, rookie member of the team.
And last but not least is Steven.
Hi, my name is Steven. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Nocturne, whose pronouns are she, her. Nocturne is the daughter of Nightcrawler and has some of his same capabilities. And my Nocturne comes from a different reality and was teleported here along with her friend Magic to try to escape some of the terrible things going on in that reality. But it's still pretty terrible here for someone on the streets on their own. So I've kind of been finding my way with the rest of these heroes, villains.
Some might even call them anti-heroes.
Yeah.
Da-da, title drop. Okay. We are going to kick off this session, our last session of the series, with downtime. Downtime is a Forge in the Dark staple. The way that it works in anti-heroes is very similar. You have two actions. You can spend a dot of wealth for an extra action. Um, and oh, interesting. There are some roles here. You can accept devil's bargains, owe someone a favor, or spend wealth to improve the result of a downtime roll. There are several downtime actions, and if you want to read along with me, folks, in the Zoom, you can. It is on the rules tab. Uh, there are acquire asset for temporary use, long-term project, work on a long-term project with a downtime action, reduce infamy, and I did actually increase one person's infamy, improve renown. And if you improve renown, then you get the opportunity to become more famous. And then you can reset stress by rolling your current stress rating and narrating the resulting conflict, which can allow you to. Oh, yeah. So you narrate the resulting conflict. If you get a 1 to 3, then there is no conflict. A 4 to 5, a minor issue with the police, rival, team, or friend or contact. Take one time downtime action or juice to resolve. What is juice? I don't remember having. Okay, so juice, I'll look that up in a second. There is no juice reference in the entire anti heroes PDF. The word juice is not used. That is amazing. That a concept is described only in the cheat sheet that I grabbed this. Yep, that's awesome. I'll just look up downtime in this and see what it was originally named or something. And then if you roll a 6, a significant issue or team strife, I can compel bickering at an inopportune time. Compel bickering. I'm now looking up in the um, PDF, the full PDF, and it's wealth, not juice. Evidently, wealth was once called juice, and it was not changed in the cheat sheet that I grabbed the bit for. So that is, you can spend one wealth if you hit a 4 or 5 to resolve that, or spend your second downtime action to fix. So let's go in the order that we did introductions. Diamondback, what downtime action are you interested in pursuing?
Um, can I have like a scene
Of
with
course.
Nocturne just before I try to figure this out? Because like we had ended with like Nocturne looking pretty stressed out, I think. Was like she looked pretty squirrely, I think, and just like
Yeah,
basically,
yeah, screw
yeah,
you. What are you saying?
So where would Nocturne, where could Diamondback catch you? Ooh, maybe
I
that's a
think
bit
we
much.
I think we kind of ended, at the garage headquarters that we have, and I
hmm
think we had a couple of NPCs that were going to be staying there for a little while, and Diamondback could just pull me aside, and we could step outside.
yeah, yeah. Hey, are you all right?
Um, sure, yeah, I'm doing great. You?
Okay. Are you doing like an actual grate or like a grate you want to brush past this grate?
Like the whole world is on fire and everything's terrible, but yeah, I'm still here, and I'm not like collapsing yet, that's the kind of great. Yeah.
Right, right. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take some time, uh talk this out, maybe find a spot to sit, grab something to drink and eat. I've been where you are. I know what it's like. And like the
I'm sure
best thing we
I'm
can
sure
do
you
is
have.
take a
I mean,
moment for ourselves.
I kind of hold up my hand, and I'm like, I'm sure we're coming from the same place. Yeah.
You know, in a different roundabout way, but yeah, I've been the world's falling apart all around you and you're barely holding it together. Yeah, I know what that's like. And it helps to have people to help you through this.
Yeah, I've had people, they leave. I
Have
mean,
I left?
you left your last group, didn't you?
Yeah, well, they tried to kill me. I feel like that's
Yeah.
a fair reason because I was dating an enemy.
And you think any of these people aren't going to kill us? I mean,
Our friends? I don't think they're. I mean, jury's still out on Elektra, but I'm pretty sure Hawkeye is not going to kill any of us. She's a cinnamon roll.
until she's not.
You've talked to her, right? She's like, come on. You've seen her dog, right? Now let's just find a spot. We'll sit and we'll talk this out. And we don't even need to talk about what's bothering you. We can just talk about anything. The point is to get your mind off the everything that's going on.
Um,
Do we want, so this could be a perfect doorway to, if Stephen, you were interested in TJ Nocturne resetting her stress. You could just roll that here and see if what Diamondback's trying to do to reach out to you leads to the 4, 5, or 6 result. Are you interested in
Perfect.
that? I don't want to
Yeah, let's do
narrate
that.
or okay, good.
Yeah.
Just
I
saw an
mean, that was
opportunity.
one of the things that I had listed was, yeah, I want to
Yeah.
reset my stress. This gives me a reason to do so. So in order to reset my stress, I believe I roll with the amount of stress that I've taken,
Correct. You roll a pool with
right?
the
So
number
that'll
of your
be,
stress as D6s, and you're looking for, unfortunately, it's a regular roll, so we would count your highest.
yeah. So I think, so I had 5 stress. I can only reset down to 2. So I'm going to roll my 5d6. And my highest is a 6.
Okay.
Yep.
Significant issue or team strife. I can compel bickering at an inopportune time to
Yeah.
obstruct the team or make an asset unusable for a short time. But
So
it still
during
works. You still
yeah.
you reset stress. It's just that there's a resulting complication, which I don't need to pull in here. But sorry, back to you guys doing the role playing thing, and I'll shut up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I'm also doing a reset stress. So
how are
do we
you?
want to do this
Fantastic.
roll now?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds fun.
Four.
Okay, well, they definitely 4. Like you rolled 3 4s. Minor
Yeah,
issue with
seriously.
police, rival team, or friend plus contact. Ooh,
Wait, I can only actually lose one stress. I forgot.
yeah. You would reset to your
Three,
uh base.
because I have 3 powers, so three
Correct. So yeah,
stress,
it would be
right?
3. Oh, still fun though.
So you could buy that off with wealth,
Mm-hmm.
or we could just have a minor issue.
No, I'm okay with a minor issue with like
Okay.
a friend or a
So
rival or whatever.
so we were in different places. So I tell you about what happened last session, how Hawkeye and I, especially since you brought her up, we did this thing, and you can tell as I'm talking that I booked and left Hawkeye kind of holding the bag. Like, I don't know anything that happened after the cops started coming. And I just left her there. Um, but I don't make that obvious, right? I'm like, oh yeah, we handled it. It's great.
Hey, you know, we're all here, right? And if like of all of us, the one to the best person to stick behind and talk to the cops is the one that's kind of an Avenger.
Oh, right. I mean, that's exactly what I did. So,
Like, because
yeah.
Electra and I, no, absolutely not. Hellfrost, way too young to be put in that situation.
And, Kate's always going to be doing the right thing.
Yeah, she's
So,
like the heart of this
yeah.
team.
I mean, it's not like the cops are going to do anything to her. She'll be fine.
Yeah, she's like a rich white girl. She's totally fine.
Um, so what are we supposed to do here? Do I have to pay you for therapy or, are you going to tell me that it was my mother's fault or
So I'm a high school dropout. What do you therapy? We're just chatting here.
well, chat away.
Yeah, well, look, sometimes you just need to take a break, even if that break's only 5 minutes. Or you want to go out and let loose? I know some places I've been eyeing to rob. I could use some backup.
Ooh, now we're talking. Um, are they good hits?
Come on, of course.
Well, yeah, you say that, but I mean, I don't know exactly what um,
You think these things are cheap to make? Like,
I don't know. How do
yeah,
you make
well.
them?
Oh, yeah, and just goes over to the makeshift workbench and starts showing you the ins and outs and how
So
like
do you
the
literally like pour chemicals and make them, or is this a
uh
mutant power that you grow them or something? Or
no, it's just engineering.
oh wow,
Some
okay.
chemistry, you gotta like make sure you get the when you're pouring the acid inside the core of them, you have to be very careful.
Oh,
Same with the poison, but acid's worse than the fingers.
you sure it's worth the trouble?
They haven't let me down yet.
Huh.
Plus, it's a way to just like tune out a lot of the world. You just focus on something that you do, whether that be making throwing diamonds or maybe training or just doing a quick B&E.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I so I have something you said, Jolene, just brought to mind. There's not a training downtown activity, is there?
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Interesting. You brought that
Yeah,
up, and I'm like, oh, that's missing. Interesting. So I think it's done through the XP system instead.
that's it.
Yep. Um. So
It's also like meta note. There's two options on the downtime list. I'm like, well, they're not happening. Pick for any of us right now
why
because
do you
it's
say
all
that?
about the clocks. Start a project. Start a long-term project.
Right,
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
like there's no point in doing them.
Okay. So I think. Um. So I start asking you about, these places that you think you can knock over, and we can get some, material.
Yeah.
Now, are you looking for material or money?
What are you in the mood for?
And what kind of, well, I don't have any material needs. It's you who seem to like the swanky stuff.
That's true.
Um,
I am fancy. I can't help it.
yeah. But
The
um,
rent on my apartment it's rent controlled, but it's still expensive. I don't know
so
how
I
rent in
think
New York works. Not well, I think.
so I think we're gonna start planning a heist.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
I guess we are doing a long-term project.
well. or something.
Short term, long term.
It could be acquire an asset as well.
Ooh, yeah, I like
Um,
that.
yeah. Um, did you have anything else you wanted to do with this downtime?
No, I mostly wanted to like check in with Nocturne because you were like on the edge of
I've chilled out. I'm not nearly as shaky as I
yeah.
was, but I
But
my words don't indicate that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm still pretty sharp.
I just wanted like a nice setup trigger for that
That's
Yeah,
stress thing.
good.
thank you.
It's a nice mix of the fiction and the mechanics. Good work.
Lecter's not the only mama bear here. I'm
It
just
turns out that you're not. I thought you were unique, Electra, but it turns out there's more than one mama bear. You're gonna have to have like some you have to mama up more or mama, I don't know. That's fine. I'll let that go. Sweet. Then let's proceed forward to Electra. What downtime action are you interested in?
So I was wondering if I could either go into get a loan so as to buy living quarters for the base, or if I could take the worst possible furniture for free in a little scene that I had in mind.
That sounds fun. It sounds like you're acquiring an asset. So let's
Yes,
do
that's okay.
that.
Yeah, okay.
It rolls right into a downtime action. You get to roll with an approach modified by skill or team assets if appropriate. You can use wealth to modify the roll. What's Electra's wealth? You have no wealth. You have wealth for now. You're comfortable. There you go.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there was that whole thing at the beginning of the game.
Yep,
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm rolling with an approach, you said, or a skill?
correct. Yeah, choose your approach for how you want to get. And again, you're looking for a place to live or furniture
Just
for the
just furniture.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So long so that Cindy can have a place to be
So thankful,
during.
so thoughtful. She definitely deserves all of the thought and care you're giving her.
Just so
um
I understand, I have a question. Is this acquire an asset or a long-term project?
I think it could be either based on what you're interested in. I'm pursuing acquire an asset specifically because we're in the last session.
Okay.
Because if
Um,
it's like 6 or 8 tick clock is the default for a long term project, which means it wouldn't happen. But a short an asset can happen.
uh,
What approach are you using to try to acquire Cindy Moon some digs? So basically some furniture so that she doesn't have to sleep on the floor.
yeah. So my idea in my head was that um, something once again happened at Jessica's office, and like there's broken furniture, and
What?
we
This
we can make.
sounds appropriate to the fiction of Jessica Jones.
And so she's like, "Hey, I need this place cleaned out," and I was like, "All right." And instead of throwing it away, just like bring it back with me. Um,
Okay, what approach are you using?
None of them make sense, but
It sounds like you're
but
being clever. You know where to go look.
yeah. I was also thinking fix shit. Um,
You could
but
definitely bring that skill in because it's been. Oh, but you don't have that skill.
right, like that makes the most sense to me. Like here, but if you think it's clever, then I'll be
Well,
clever about it.
uh,
Maybe it's quickly, like she needs it done ASAP.
okay, sure.
I'll do that. That makes sense to me.
Do you want to burn a? Well, you can take a devil's bargain to get an extra die in a downtime action, and you can also What was it? You accept the devil's bargain, owe a favor, or spend wealth to improve the result level of a roll. Oh, fascinating. So you
What
can
would
take a
the
devil's bargain or owe someone a favor or spend one of your wealth to improve the result of the roll. So you can do it after the roll based on what I'm reading.
okay? What about the devil's bargain?
Uh, so the devil's bargain, ugh, because it says owe someone a favor, my devil's bargain was going to be like owe someone a favor, as Jessica would remember this and ask for a favor. The devil's bargain is she said she would ask you, even though you've got your own stuff going on, hey, I heard they're having some problems down at Idea Hive. Trish was reached out to me. I don't have time for it. I got to restock all my furniture. Why don't you and your weird girlfriends go do that?
Okay, yeah, I'll be on the hook for a job. So that means I've got a plus. No,
Hmm.
I've
So
already
in
forgotten how to do this.
downtime, the way I'm reading it, the downtime devil's bargain improves the result level, not gives you more dice. It says just says the GM may allow a devil's bargain owed favor to improve the result level. So you'd roll your normal dice of quickly, but
Which
however,
is
which is
okay.
one die, it looks
One
like.
die. Okay. Okay. Cool.
By the way, cleverly is two dice. So if you would rather be clever about this, I am not opposed to you rolling two dice instead of one.
If clever means like keeping my ear to the ground for like social wise, keeping up with my friends, then I'll take it. Um, so yeah. All right. So it's clever for me to always be checking in with people. Um,
You're a clever
wi-
mama
wi-
bear.
yeah, there we go. Um, so two dice for cleverly, and then you said that the devil's bargain affects it as quality, or is it an extra die?
With the way it's written, it says improve the result level,
Oh, okay.
which
Let's
to
just
me
start with the
sounds
roll
like
then.
yeah. So it's
Okay.
just two dice, and then you get
Okay.
a greater result.
Okay. I want to roll. There we go.
Jillian, it looks like you're player four again, by the way. I think you like changed your name at some point. A six. I see a six.
I do. So
Excellent.
the devil's bargain means it goes up to critical.
Um, reading. I think it is. Oh, I hear what you're saying. It. Oh, interesting. Is that what it is mean by going up a result level? Sure. Let's say that critical. What does a critical result level on recovering a bed? Perhaps Jessica had been smart enough to find someone who gave her insurance, not knowing her history with furniture. So she throws in a bed, even though it's not broken.
Um,
Or do you have a thing you think would be interesting for a critical result?
could um could so, could someone we've been looking for be in the process of trying to rob the place and we stop them? That's the first thing that came to mind. Um, but no, yeah, like it's not as bad as it looked. Works for me.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah, it's ding and dent is all it is. So it's actually a matched set and not bad, and definitely not the bed that she and Luke Cage broke back in the day.
Well, that's what I was going to go to with the dice. Like at some point, I was going to be like, "Oh, it doesn't look like this was a big fight."
You
Um,
rolled too well for that, so
I
we
rolled
had
too
that
well for
joke in
that.
our head, but it didn't actually happen. And good
Sure,
dice
sure.
roll, so cool. Yeah. So you end up going back with a truck, or do you try to carry all this on the subway? Like, I'm really curious how you traverse it across New York City.
Subway sounds amazing.
It sounds so
Um,
fun. Um,
it's very Marvel.
it
It's
feels
impractical as hell, but it's very Marvel. Um, so yeah, let's do
cool.
that.
And I think, uh, yeah, did you tell anyone you were going to do this? Yeah, I'm gonna go visit Jessica, or I'm just gonna go, or
Oh, I wanted somebody to come with me, whether that be Cindy or somebody else. So if anybody wanted to come with me and
if
like
no
we could,
PCs go with you, Cindy will definitely go. And if PC
Always.
goes
I
and
would also go. Yeah, totally.
really?
Yeah.
well, hold on, let's see if like we haven't seen
But if other
Hellfrost
people,
or
if Hellfrost
Hawkeye.
or Hawkeye, I want to see Hawkeye go, actually. That'd be fun.
Jessica
What are we doing
Jones and
here?
Hawkeye.
They'd
Going
be
to
best of
visit
friends
an
in Kate's
investigator,
mind.
a private investigator named Jessica Jones. I don't even know if Hawkeye would have, if Kate would have any idea who Jessica Jones is. I would imagine no one would talk about.
Yeah.
Wow, that meeting sounds amazing. So let's just drop into this scene just because I'm so intrigued by it. Even though we know it's going to end up with a little bit of furniture, I'm curious how this rolls. So you guys, Cindy will come along, but she's NPCing in the back, just kind of quiet and watching things. You guys come down a long hallway in a brownstone. You see Jessica Jones investigations on the door, and Jessica answers the door because, she had an assistant and she kind of pissed that away.
Oh, I thought she was off doing something and the place would be empty. That's cool too.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. I thought, yeah, no, I'm
Either
going
way,
to
it's
this. I'm going
fine.
with this. I want to see Jessica Jones meet Kate
Oh,
Bishop.
it's
So
late. We're late for your leave.
thank you very much. We will cue this back up in just a little bit.
Okay.
Well, let's jump back in. All right, cool. Break's over. It was a long break. Sorry. I've decided instead of forcing Kate Bishop into a scene with Jessica Jones, which is very selfish of me, I'm gonna just say that the downtime action happened. Elektra, you got some cool furniture. We will have a scene with Cindy and you. Maybe it's just like a brief bit with the two of you carrying all of this furniture on the subway because that sounds amusing. But instead, we're going to cut to, and it goes the way you had described it, Kai, where Jessica's off doing stuff. She's too busy. You just go in, you grab the furniture, you guys head off. So Kate wasn't necessarily pulled along. Now, where is Kate? Kate, you wanted to teach Maritza, the older sister of um, Yo-Yo, how to fight. So where is it that this scene picks up? I'm really curious how this.
Probably at our Yeah, probably at our headquarters. And and Zach, if you want to bring Hellfrost into the scene at some point, that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Uh,
like I'm fine with learning how to fight, but can we just do it with kicking and stuff because I just got my nails done, so I got some cool
nails are
appliques.
weapons.
Oh,
I
right.
mean, and I show her like I can open a purse and I have like these really extra strength, I don't know, lacquer or whatever you call it, to really reinforce uh the nails. Um, um, yeah, and I think I'm wearing like my white karate gi uh for this scene.
Nice.
And yeah, right. So pretend this is a Russian uh uh tracksuit mafia guy, and have like maybe we have like a little practice dummy that we set up.
Right.
I mean, do you want to do kicks first? We can do kicks first.
Is it? I guess it's not too soon. Sure, I'll try pretending to fight off the guys who kidnapped me like an hour ago. That sounds good.
Right.
How do we work this? So I'll pause. Did you have a particular downtime action you were pursuing, or was this just a scene
Yes.
you were? Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to reset my stress because if I
Oh,
know that
perfect. Perfect.
Maritza
Perfect.
can defend herself, I'll feel a
That's
little better.
awesome. What a great scenario for how Kate Bishop would relieve some stress. That's awesome. So let's go ahead and have you take all of your stress dice. That will be 4 dice and roll all 4 of them as 6-sided dice. Okay. Your highest result, which is what we count, is a 5. You get a minor issue with police rival team, a friend, or contact. You can either take a downtime action or spend 1 wealth to resolve. Let's pick up with that. So I'm going to ask Zach here because you created Maritza. How bad of a fighter is she? Or is she, as a person who is the lead singer of a punk band, not the worst?
No, she's the worst. I
Okay.
think she does a good job of like projecting the image of someone who's tough. Um, in reality, though, she's such a wuss.
Okay. Sounds good. I really like this. So, Kate, she gives it a shot a few times, very gung ho because you're into this, so she's into this. Um, but there's a point where she throws a limp wristed punch and, insists that she sprained it. No, I think I need to go to a doctor.
I look at it. Uh, no, this is
No, this feels. I don't think it's broken because I'm not like being dramatic, but I'm pretty sure that this is sprained. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, remember when I sprained my wrist at one time doing a back handspring?
Like, yeah, like that happened like 4 times.
Right. I have a very sprainable wrist, Kate. You know that
if
once
you're
you
in,
sprain it, it's easier to sprain it in future. I'm sprain susceptible.
you have another wrist,
Oh,
and I take out my phone and I'm gonna play one of her songs, like her angriest song,
ooh, nice.
and I'll say, channel what you were singing in here, bring it out, and I do a spinning kick to knock the mannequin's
Nice.
head off. Um,
Yeah, you throw a
Yeah.
spinning kick at it. Ooh, she blinks for a second, but you didn't actually kick her, so she relaxes a little. Yo-Yo, what are you doing as you watch your older sister? Um,
I am
yeah,
on my phone. I look up a few times and just like when they're like talking about like scratching each other with their like fingernails, like roll my eyes. And then after I like hear the music and like the CK do like the kick, I just kind of like that's pretty good. But then I totally cut in with like, hey guys, what name sounds better? Chill Flame, Frigid Fire, Blazicle? Like these all suck. I don't know how I'm supposed to rebrand with all of like I have nothing.
what's wrong with Hellfrost?
well, she's kind of burned that one because the whole reason that
Funny.
I am having to learn how to fight is because she's super not careful with her secret identity.
So I need a new like superhero name or hero name or whatever name. Like, I need
Well,
a new name.
what's dangerous and cold?
Hellfrost.
Icicles.
Okay.
That sucks too. Ugh, man, I gotta.
Ice Razor.
Ew.
Um, okay, Ice Capades. I really like the
Oh,
Ice Capades, okay? I just really like it.
oh. That freezer burn is probably what Electra suggested when I pitched these terrible names to her. I'm like, oh, you guys keep doing whatever you're doing. I'm gonna go ask Tanya. I'll exit
Wait
from
a second. Wait a second.
what?
I'm trying to get Maritza angry, and you're her sister. No one gets you angrier than family. Can you try to get her to protect herself?
Um, wait till you look fat in that shirt.
What? Get down here. I'm going to show you what for. Is that good? Is that good? What for?
Going.
Okay. Yeah, get your sassy little butt down here. Yo, and none of your stupid cold powers.
Roll my eyes, walk over, and then just like let
She's no
her.
good without her powers anyway, so I'm just totally going to kick her ass. Come here. And she's going to try to slap you.
Uh, I'll just take it, make her feel good. Ow.
Nice.
Ooh, that hurt.
Are you okay? That looks super painful.
It is. I need to go put some
Ice
cold
on
pack
it?
on it. Ugh.
Awesome. So we cut back to Electra, um, and and Cindy with a bed trying to get it down the long escalator thing, I guess it would be stairs down into the subway, and people keep going past you guys, and one person like puts their Starbucks cup on top of the bed frame and keeps walking. Oh, you're on mute. Okay.
Is the cup empty?
Um, it is mostly empty.
Okay. I use like hand ninja skills to bump the mattress in such a way that the cup flies off and lands on top of their head.
That's awesome. That's
It's
awesome.
like day two ninja skill. They taught us there.
Yeah. The Starbucks attack. That sounds very useful and applicable in many situations. Cindy would find that quite amusing, laughing a little bit, and you guys pick up the bed, and then the train comes in and it stops, and now you got to try to figure out how to get around people and also into the car before the doors start to close. How do you finagle that, Electra?
Um, Before like when the doors open, I'm standing like too close to them for anybody to exit, and I'm like, other exit now, and make other people go through the other exit
Like going out the other door, you guys are
yeah.
slowly finagling, and then she goes to drag in the side table. Uh, any other like bits in this scene on the subway with you guys with most of a furniture set?
It's going to be one of those long rides, and so like I just imagine if it were a comic book, like frame by frame of things like, guy with jukebox dancing around, and you know, people coming in and like asking her questions, like, hey, that kind of thing, and it's just like the face getting more tired and grumpy, frame by frame,
That's
um,
awesome. I love it.
as she's forced to deal with humanity in a way that she doesn't like.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. So let us circle back. Who has not? We've just seen Hellfrost do ones or twos or things, but what downtime action were you interested in for Hellfrost's first downtime action?
So I know it probably is unlikely to actually work, but I think it feels on theme to try to reduce my infamy with my rebranding. So I kind of saw that like all of the terrible ideas. Well, you guys had some good ones. All of my terrible ideas uh, on
Ultimately, your
screen.
character, so whatever your idea is the best.
Yeah, right. Fresh hell, nice. Which is pretty close to I think what she eventually lands on, which she kind of uh and I don't know if anybody like I would like someone for her to like have like her light bulb moment with somebody and get their reaction in the small scene. And it probably won't matter what the reaction is because it's just what she's gonna go with. But
Who wants to be in
here's
the scene with Yo-Yo's reveal of her new super's name? It's Chillwind. I think Chillwind is trending.
I mean, I could be there to be judgmental, but like,
yes.
if somebody actually wants to talk to her about it,
I'm fine with being there as well if you want
yeah,
both of
let's
us.
do it.
Oh, what about you guys are sitting around a table and eating like Chinese takeout and Yo-Yo unveils?
And in the
Fun?
background,
Actually,
like Cindy's setting up the furniture or something like that.
We're all
Yep.
making
so
up our own mock
I don't
names
remember
for
when
her.
I don't remember when this was, but someone asked, "Can we all, a whole group where
Sure,
we're all
amendment.
talking? Do you want
Yeah.
us all to how is it
Dinner
okay if we're all
scene. Oh,
there?"
I
I
love
would
it.
love
I
it.
love it.
Yeah.
So please think of either the name of the Chinese place that you got the takeout from, or what particular order your character is munching on during this conversation, and that'll be fun. Kind of music is Maritza playing in the background? I think she's like 20. Does she play guitar or is she just a singer?
I think she's a keyboardist and singer.
Oh, sweet. So she's like just she's got her little travel keyboard. She's playing a little bit in the background as you guys are eating. She's busy. She's in the groove. She's been
Yeah.
fighting. She's learned how to fight. And for some reason she's able to play both hands and the keyboard. This brain must be okay.
Or she's just powering through. Like
If you ask her,
she's
that's
really
what's
tough.
happening.
Yeah.
You could
Uh,
pick up something from me, Chillwind.
I don't know if we. Yeah, there we go. You do that. Kung food.
That's great. Tongue food. That's very,
I
very,
was
very
looking up the
silly.
That's all for
restaurant from
Steven.
Iron Fist season 2. It was Silver Lotus.
Ooh,
Silver
there we go.
Lotus.
Oh, that's good.
Let's do that.
And it's
Okay.
like
Silver Lotus
we're in New
2.
York.
Silver Lotus
Chinatown
2.
is like Silver Lotus 2 is good. The franchise.
All right, there we go. Silver Lotus 2.
I think everyone else is probably already at the table, and like there's an empty spot with Yo-Yo's meal, but she comes just like running in from who knows, maybe the garage. We're all in the garage anyway, so she just comes running into the scene and like, you guys, I've got it. My new name, rebranding. I'm going away from the fire ice stuff. I'm gonna go with Infernal. Yeah? Yeah?
Infernal 1.
Pain in
Just
our
Infernal.
ass.
Rach, shut up. No, just Infernal. Cause like I'm kind of devilish, but also
Are
kind of hot.
you?
Yeah.
I use the soy sauce to write on my napkin. I just lift up the napkin, it says 10.
I run over Anna and I hug you.
So
See, somebody has taste.
I'm happy for you, Infernal.
I can tell.
It's it's gonna okay, sure, Infernal, whatever. Try not to need another rebrand.
Oh, okay. I'll be careful. More careful? Sort of careful, but still me. Still
Hmm.
me. Yeah.
I think there's just like a side-eyed Electra's like she's not gonna be careful.
So I think it's just rolling one die, and it has to be lower than my current infamy level, which is already pretty low.
Yeah, chances are not good.
No.
Is there a thing you can do? I think is there a can spend wealth, extra action, devil's bargain to improve the result. Oh, but you got to roll under. Huh?
Well,
Can
I
you
mean,
not?
it improve. I guess you just look at it sort of like rolling low on the harm move, right?
I guess. Yeah.
It
I,
doesn't say it makes it higher, so
I'm also okay with not rolling under and having it like it just feels on brand for Yo-Yo to do this and to like not reduce her
mess it up.
infamy at
That's
all.
pretty
Yep.
great.
Yep.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
new villain on the scene, Infernal.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to be a villain?
It's a two is I think that's what my infamy is at, so I don't know if that
It
I think it need to be
says,
under.
yeah, you roll 1d if it's lower than your current level, reduced by one. Wow, that is
I knew it was gonna be
I mean,
very,
I feel like it's people that are at
very
like
difficult,
six
but
they need
that's
to do
okay.
it, but
nobody messes with their infamy
Yes.
until it gets really bad, right? It's just
yeah.
like, yeah.
When you get infamy 6, you're at the raft. So maybe when you get to 5, you should be trying to lower your infamy.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
only at the ref when you get caught.
Hey, last session, man, just see
I
what
love the
happens.
rebrand, and I love that as an excuse to make you less infamous. I do think, though, while maybe Infernal, ooh, new background, even though Infernal isn't the most innocent, maybe it's enough to get the heat off of your sister.
Yay.
You got some
Cool.
new demon in the city that shoots ice or something.
So
Oh yeah.
after
Are you gonna change your costume too?
Yeah, I'm changing everything. Uniform,
Oh,
ma I
Totally
actually
fair.
have a mask now because I got crap for that last
Ooh,
time.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Is it a
yeah.
diamond mask or some
Is
kind
it a
of
what?
Classic domino.
diamond? Domino. Sorry. Get diamond on the brain from Diamondback. No, is it a domino mask like the little, just around the eyes thing, or is it like a top of
Yeah,
your
I think like
head or
top half with like maybe it's like
Cool
sort of like
sunglasses like
fire
me.
motif on the side.
nice.
It's kind of garish and it'll probably get caught on something and I'm trying to move by really fast, but uh,
I can see that. Costume problems.
it's noticeable and it's flashy.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Sweet.
after I'm done, after we're done eating, at some point I come over to Infernal, put my hand on her shoulder, and I say, "It doesn't make grammatical sense, and it's less efficient than Hellfrost, but I'm proud of you for making the decision on your own and not relying on us to tell you
Oh,
what's the best name." So
dude, that's like the nicest thing you've ever said to me. You get a hug too. And then I dig into my food.
Nice. Who
basil
has?
duck is what I had.
Oh, nice. That sounds tasty. Hey, that is unique to Marvel, though. There's no one actually named Infernal.
Yep.
There's an
Did
Infernal
some research.
Man, but
While
the
on the other
the
hand, there are two goblin queens
it's
or
true.
something like that.
It's multiple spider women's.
And men.
It's multiple Spider Men. There's lots of Spider folk, and there's also a new Venom. But that's just in comics, and it doesn't matter. I know.
Embarrassing.
Okay. Who has not had a downtime? And also, what menu item was Nocturne eating? Because I'm curious what she would have gotten from Silver Lotus 2.
Char siu,
Mm,
barbecued pork.
Oh yeah.
nice. So, has everyone taken a downtime action? I think at least.
I think we all have taken one.
Okay, cool. Now we'll roll around to the second one. Two downtime actions. It's going to be the whole game.
That's generally how Forged works.
I'm not opposed, but also we had some wishes for engaging in the system, which we're kind of doing, but not really with the stress stuff. So, who has a second downtime action they are interested in?
I'll do one that should be pretty quick. Um, I'm going to acquire a temporary asset, or I'm going to attempt to.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't typically stay at the garage. I stay at a, I have, I try to stay at places where apartments and things like that where people are out of town. Like they go on vacation for a week and I'll break in. Um, so I think the people whose apartment I've been staying in are coming back shortly. So I need to find a new place. So I'm going to try and find a new apartment to stay at.
Man, so you are a couch surfer house sitter who is
Oh,
Sansa House.
oh no. They don't know.
Oh, you just sorry, I thought I misunderstood.
Yeah,
So
I'm a cat burglar who finds the right place and because
amazing.
who can afford apartments in this town? I mean, it's expensive here. Um, so I'm going to build my pool. I think that's sneaky.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure Traverse applies, but I think Acrobat would to break into the place.
You can just bamf, right?
I can, um, but I'd have to be near a window or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it
Right,
might
right.
be a
Line of
little,
sight.
yeah. I might be able to look through the like a peephole or something, but that might be trouble. So it's hard to judge distances through those peepholes.
Mm.
So yeah, so I'm gonna try and break into the place, and I think that's three dice.
Okay. Acquire an asset, a place to squat. Great.
Exactly. Hey, I got a six,
You are so good at
which does
this.
what? Which means it's fine. Um,
Yeah.
so what kind of a apartment do you think this is?
Well, I think that this apartment is I think it's an apartment that exists in hold on. It is located around 68 J Street. It is a building that has a couple of law offices uh, and Jessica Drew private investigations on the lower floors, and you end up squatting in one of the apartments in the like middle floors. It is Idea Hive, which is
Ah,
this very amusing setting used in a number of comics.
so I think that once I've been inside, so I kind of, break into the place. I don't do any damage. I look around. I'm like, this'll do. I check um some of the private information, like how long they're going to be gone from mail records or something like that. And I know they'll be out for a week or so. So I can crash here for a little while. And then I think I call Diamond back and tell her, if you want to talk, this is where I'll be. Just ring me up anytime. I do not walk into the building because I'm very noticeable. I
Mm-hmm.
come in like through the window. Now that
Mm-hmm.
I've been to the place and I know where I can go, I pop in through the window.
Um,
Gotta get you a trench coat and fedora. Then you just
the
pass by
bed is really
unnoticed.
small. The bed here is quite small, and there is just a shocking amount of feathers around the place. Just so many little white feathers in the most odd places in this Whoever stays here is not very tall. You know that. They seem to have
Um,
gotten custom furniture for their height.
um, so I'm gonna look to get I probably don't sleep in the beds, right? That might be a little weird, but I think I pull out like blankets or something like that from one of the hall closets,
Sure.
and I'll sleep on that. Maybe make up the couch if it's big enough for me.
Oh yeah, couch is plenty big. It's just fine. No problem. Yeah. Cool.
So, yep.
Sounds good. Awesome. Who would like next with their second downtime?
I'm okay doing with the fallout from my stress roll.
That's true. We do have Fallout that should be applied.
Yeah, minor issue with police, rival, team, or friend/contact.
Yes, I
It
like
says take
this.
one downtime to action resolve, but hopefully this is a scene. So
Yeah. Um, let's pick this up with a point where Rachel is out. Pull whomever you wish. You headed down to the bodega from the workshop. Or does Rach go home? Does Rach have a home? Does Rach have an
yeah, she's got
apartment?
an apartment that she shares with two other former Serpent Society friends.
Really?
Yep,
That seems
and we're best friends. So
seems like a
they didn't vote to execute me, so they're okay.
okay. Well, that's good. They seem to be
Tanya
more.
and Cleo, we're tight. We're best. We're besties.
Are
But
they as
Kate
well
Bishop
trained as
can be in this.
Diamondback? Like were they?
They so Cleo's a mutant. Tanya has dark force powers, so they've
Okay,
they have different skills.
fun.
But yeah,
You're heading back to your apartment when it's a point where you come out of the subway. You have to walk a block before you can head in, and a police car is doing the like trailing behind you. Say this is evening. Trailing behind you, as if maybe, oh, you check, somebody's calling something in, and then breep, breep, lights come on. What do you do?
yeah, I'm ducked down an alley and climb up a fire escape.
Oh, you got to run away. Oh,
Yeah, I'm not.
sounds like a thing.
Yeah, but
Awesome.
cops, ugh, I don't
Uh,
have time for them.
I would like to see how you plan on getting away.
I mean, let's
What
see. I guess
approach
I
are
have to
you
look.
taking?
Um, I guess carefully. You know what? No,
How are you carefully running away
no,
from the cops?
I'm gonna just do this quickly. I'll
Okay,
just do
fair enough.
just one die, dice
Okay,
where they may.
see where it goes.
There's a five.
Hey. Oh, we could have risked stress and other stuff. Darn. Okay, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. We're good. Five, partial success. You try again with worst position, take a consequence. Yeah, they call out your name,
Oh
not
my
your
gosh.
not your like Diamondback, your registered name as you
Registered. Ugh.
escape, but they call
My
Rachel.
government name? Ugh, gross.
Yeah, like your street name, Rachel Layton. Rachel Layton. They run. There's no alleys, right? But you end up going up a fire escape, and
What are you talking about? It's New York.
you know,
There's plenty of alleys, right, Rod?
I thought there were no alleys in.
No, that's the joke. There's actually
Oh,
no alleys in New York, but in
okay,
like Marvel Comics, there's alleys
that's
galore.
true. We are in Marvel. We're in the MCU, so there can be alleys. Why am I trying to be accurate? I need to be MCU accurate. Dadgum. Okay.
Ugh.
So you get away, but they obviously know who you are. Whose name is the apartment under?
Oh, um, I don't know. Let's roll a die.
Okay, so are you
Yeah,
1, 2?
I'm 1 to 2. There's a 3, so it's not me.
Sweet. It's under Cleo's name.
Yep, good old Asp, lover. I mean, we're all criminals though, so known
You have
associates.
you were casing a place, right? Like, because you and Nocturne had
It's true. It's true. Yeah,
designs on
jewelry
a thing.
store, something.
Victimless crime, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Except for
Like
people who like jewels and stuff. Sweet. Um, yeah. So you grab you head up a fire escape, make your escape, jump a couple of buildings to get back to your apartment, and that is wasting your downtime action to get the fuzz off of your back. But I think when you get back to the apartment, Cleo, do you have, is Cleo actual comics or character?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, she's part of the Bad Girls Inc.
Oh.
Black Mamba, Aspen, Diamondback, BAD.
Ah,
Yep.
that is so very amusing. Okay, cool. I now have found them in the wiki, which is the best wiki. I love this wiki. Trying to see which one is Asp.
The
Oh
Egyptian
goodness.
one.
Yeah. She's one crazy enough to have gotten it under her name.
She shoots like paralytic blasts.
Cleopatra Nefertiti?
Look, it was 1985.
She's Egyptian.
Hmm.
Wow.
1985, baby.
Wow.
Wow.
Hmm. This is some stuff. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
And
Sorry.
no one else can see what you're looking at. So.
Sorry. I know. I'm just reading about Bad Girls Inc. in the wiki and looking at the pictures and yeah, Cleopatra's write up says, quote, intelligent, yes, soft spoken. Asp was born in Tanta, Egypt. It was there that she earned her reputation as an exotic dancer, being able to charm snakes with her sensual movements. Opening statement. Comics.
Yeah.
1980s comics. Okay, great. So, yeah, you make your way back in. You come in through the window, which I don't think is that irregular for Diamondback.
Or any of us, really.
Sure.
Depends, what's going on.
And she closes her laptop enough to look up over it while she sits on the couch. Hey,
Hey.
so like
Hmm?
Viper's trying to hunt us down.
Well, I thought she was mostly just after me.
Right. Me too, but now I'm sharing an apartment with you and evidently
Hey,
someone found out.
we've been sharing for a long time, Cleo.
Right.
Come on.
But evidently someone just found out or something because,
Oh,
well, I'm just hearing that they're after us.
God damn it. I, where are you hearing this from?
Rhino.
What? Him?
Yes? What? He
You
tips
tr
well. What?
Okay, all right. Okay. But like he's not really the smartest animal in the animal themed
Oh, I know
cadre of
that.
villains.
Oh, no, true. In the zoo that is New York's milieu, he's not the sharpest. So maybe this is trying to flush me out. I don't know.
Well, you and Tanya lay low. I'll I'll find another place to stay for a bit, in case because apparently, I don't know, the cops called out for me. So, tonight's been pretty rough, pretty weird.
I didn't imagine this being the me kicking you out conversation. That wasn't really where I was going with this.
Well, I mean, you can't. We pay equal rent, but
Right. Wait, are you still going to pay rent if you leave?
I mean, I don't look, we'll figure that out later. But if I'm moving out, then no, I'm not paying rent.
Okay, fair, but laying low and moving out are different things.
The rent is paid for this month, babe.
I know. I'm just doing the math in my
It's not
head.
gonna take a full month,
Okay. I didn't know how low you wanted to lay.
a few days. We'll
Okay,
see what's up.
fair.
I can I know some people.
Like Electra? Are you going to hang out with Electra?
I'm not gonna stay with Electra. But yes, I mean I know obviously I know her, but would you want to stay with her? Do you have a thing for Electra?
No,
Hmm.
not really.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it's no big deal and it'll blow over and you'll be back, right?
Yeah, probably, unless I die.
Okay. Well, you're not gonna.
Yeah, I
So
mean, maybe I'll get lucky and get resurrected again, like Electra. So,
maybe.
or God knows who else. I don't know. Seems, but anyway, you've got my number. If you need me, you know, reach out.
Sure.
Tell Tanya I love her. Bye. Grab some clothes. Gets out of there.
Okay. And she'll give you a quick hug
Hmm.
and then you're out. You dip.
Okay, now I
Hey,
need to find a place.
now you got to find a place. So you heard that Howard the Duck's going to be out for a few weeks. So who else has a second downtime or has a downtime? Well, yeah, everyone's taking a downtime. So who has a second?
I have an idea.
Yeah,
So originally I thought like maybe it's somebody's birthday, and I'm gonna go try to get him a birthday gift. But I think it's just Electra has been uncharacteristically kind to me, nice, and I want to do
hmm.
something nice for her. So
Like
uh,
Stalker. Sorry.
no, I plan to get her her favorite like dessert. Uh, but then things happened, things came up, other more interesting things had to be done. And I put it off and I put it off. And then so eventually it's like, oh shit, I gotta go do that. So I run to go uh, get her, like maybe before like we all have somewhere to be. Go to get her her favorite baklava. But then it's like on the way, it's like, oh, maybe I should get her a card as well. When is her birthday? It doesn't matter. And I'm just like making like a series of like last minute stops to try to get her something nice, sort of like a little gift package just for her. Uh, and I'm going to do that as acquire an asset. Uh, and I think my approach is quickly,
Okay.
like last minute quickly.
This seems appropriate for Infernal.
So that is 2 dice.
Let's see how it goes. Ooh, a four and a
5.
five. Okay, so the five counts, and a five on acquire asset means that you get something of standard quality.
Okay, so it wasn't as warm as it's not as warm now as it was when I first bought it because I had like three other stops afterward. But I bring it to her. It's in a nice little package. It's not too rumpled up. It's like, hey,
Not too rumpled.
I got you something.
Does it actually have Electra's name on it?
The card does. It's in my handwriting, which isn't very good. But I made
How
an effort. I wrote it in cursive.
how would you feel if you couldn't find me at the moment?
Oh, I might get so stressed I might start eating the baklava.
Because I had this idea for my downtime, and it involved like people not knowing where I am or what I was doing. I'm fine with either way though. If
I
you want me
love
to,
that.
you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Seems appropriate. You actually think of someone else and they are gone, so they'll
Mhm.
never know because you eat the evidence.
You eat the evidence.
Maybe I don't eat all of it. There's maybe like, two bites left. I'll just
Well,
leave
there's a
it.
card. There's a
There's a
card,
card.
right?
There's a card. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Then let's string that to where is Electra and answer that with your second downtime.
So I imagine that either the art or the cinematography makes it look like I'm on the most secret of secret missions. Um, anytime I hear somebody or think somebody's about to see me, I duck into the shadows, et cetera, et cetera. Eventually, I make my way to a church basement for a support group for people who were blipped. Um,
Ooh,
and since Diamondback says I've been resurrected, I figured uh, maybe that's how one of the ways I've been resurrected, right? And so um, I'm just there to there's 5 years of world history I don't know, and there's just a certain kind of disconnection you have when you've lost all that. So
is does Electra use an assumed name, or is she fully open to this support group with who she is?
I think it's been one of those things where she said that like when she feels comfortable, she'll tell people her name, but and they accept her for that. But other people will stand up and be like, "Hi, Charles," or something like that. Um, but like she doesn't want she doesn't want the weight of Marvel on her shoulders. She just wants the weight of, you know, being non-existent for 5 years on her shoulders for once. So
Then I have just a question. I know the picture you're using is Electra in the Daredevil outfit. Is she basically Daredevil right now?
I would like to think so.
Okay, cool. Then that's what it is. I just wasn't sure if that was just a cool pick or if that was a thing. I like that it's a
I
thing.
like the idea of her taking on the mantle, um, because it's as close as she can get to rebranding like Infernal did without you know actually becoming something completely new. So, and maybe, just maybe, if she does it for long enough, a certain blind lawyer will take notice.
Nice. I dig that. That's a good scene. Were you hitting a particular downtime action with that?
Yes, relieve stress, but like I couldn't think of. I just wanted to do something fun. So
Cool. That's a okay. We can do things that don't have to have dice in them. It's okay. Who else has their second downtime action?
I think I'm the last one, or maybe.
Okay.
I think I would like to acquire an asset, and I am looking for leverage or information to help Cindy against her Raiden Creed problem. And what I think I'll be doing is I'll be visiting my mom in jail to see what information she has um, on on Raiden Creed.
Mhm.
That's interesting. So we hear that sound effect of that sound that happens in the prison, all the prison dramas on TV where someone is being buzzed through and your mother comes in the jumpsuit and you're at the little clear. Is this a phone to phone thing or do you think she
Yeah.
actually gets to visit? Okay, cool.
Oh, as opposed to
As opposed to one of the visitation rooms where you can actually sit across a table from her.
oh, let's see, what's more dramatic? Probably the visitation room, I think.
Okay, so visitation room, you're already seated at the table. She comes in and holds up uh her wrists and they take off the handcuffs so she can walk over and she doesn't walk to sit across from you. She's just going to walk around to offer to give you or get a hug from you.
I give her a hug. Maybe a little formal, maybe a little unsure.
Okay. Okay. And she notes that and steps back. You look good. She looks thinner. Um, I think her natural hair color is is either showing, like some of the dye is still at the ends, but are natural. So it's just a little bit of that two-tone hair going on. You can see more of the gray, and she has a seat across from you.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. Um,
Uh,
we're working on some appeals.
yes, I know. I oh Jack. Jack has been keeping me updated. Uh, and I think I think my blouse or whatever is purple, which is just a subtle indication to her that I have not given up what
Ooh.
I've been doing.
Have you gone back to school yet, Kate?
Uh, I've been looking at brochures and um, weighing my
Looking at
options.
brochures, weighing options. You have already missed an entire semester. You really need to apply yourself.
I don't know if I'm going to get the skills I need for the job I want at school.
That's not a job. No one pays for what you want to do. And since I'm here, they've seized a large number of our assets, so I know you can't be doing very well. Is Jack helping?
I haven't asked, uh, but I have been. Uh, I have my own team, and
It's not
they
with
are
that
very.
Kamala girl, is it?
Oh, I see you've been keeping tabs. Um, no, this is. I'm still thinking about that as an option, but I'm talking about more of us sorority that I'm currently in of like-minded individuals. And I'm actually here because I'm helping one of them who has a friend in trouble. And I think you can help.
Oh, all right. My access is limited right now, Kate. How do you think I can help?
The mayor, Graydon Creed, he's not a good guy. I don't know much, but I know he traveled the same circles that, well, maybe you've heard something.
He's the leader of an anti-mutant group, so if your friend is a mutant, I would be very concerned if she or he happens to be on the mayor's radar.
Okay, that's good to know. I could use that against him. I find that people's bigotry often is a weak spot.
Are you running around with some mutant group?
I think. Some of them are mutants, some of them are not.
Graydon is the person who has a great deal of control over technology. So if whoever this person is that you're trying to protect has, well, just be careful.
And I thought about things you've told me when we last spoke and how I've enjoyed the protection of people who were trying to help me, uh, as I know you viewed yourself. And after some time, I can see why you thought that, and I'm learning to forgive you.
Good. I want us to have a better relationship, but I want you to do more than forgive. You need to understand, Kate, why. I wanted the best for you. I didn't want you to spend your life chasing after this deaf, half blind ex Avenger. You see where he is. You understand that's where you will end up. That's the retirement plan. There isn't one. Crime fighting will only get you hurt.
Yeah, but um, I think she pauses on what she was going to say, but from her body language, I think her mom picked up, like, look where you are and look how you got here. But in words, she'll just say, someone has to take care of the bad guys.
Guess so. It's a shame, but I guess so. And then she stands up and she'll head to the guard.
Mom.
She stops.
And this
When,
time I give her like a big hug.
nice. And this time she's a little stiff and a
Yeah.
little cold.
Yeah.
Disappointed, not angry, just disappointed that you would not see reason.
Yeah.
Cool. Does that take care of everyone's downtime actions?
Can I spend a wealth for a third one?
You certainly can. And why
Okay,
shouldn't
cool.
you?
Yeah, I gonna flaunt it. I guess I'm not really flaunting it, but it's gonna be like an acquire asset. But if you don't mind me setting the scene,
Yeah.
we're like cut to like a pitch black apartment, and like a figure steps in through the door and notices the windows like wide open when it wasn't before, and so like suddenly there's a glowing fist to light up the thing, and it's like hold up, hold up, hold up, turn the light on. Hey, hey, it's me. I need a favor. I know it's been some time. Uh, I need a place to crash. And you and I work pretty well together. Worked pretty well together.
Yeah. Sure.
So, for old time's sake, Danny. And like she's like stepping up to him and like press like a hand on his chest, and then she's like, damn, I forgot how ripped he was. And it's like so this is like a roll, right?
Yeah.
I wanna
Acquire an
I
access.
wanna I wanna use my flaw on this roll
Ooh, fun.
because lust and also like yeah, we were exes and yeah, this is gonna make it difficult. But also I want to owe him a favor to improve the results
Oh,
as
fun.
well.
So you're using your flaw to recharge, or just because?
Yeah, because it's
Oh,
there
yeah.
and I'm
You need
like
to recharge your drive. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's used.
And the flaw lowers my dice pool or something. What does the
Using a
flaw do?
flaw. Let's see. Just double checking it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it, but I'm like
Compel
there's a
your
lot.
flaw minus 1d or minus effect.
Okay. So minus 1D we'll go with.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what even approach makes sense here.
It doesn't sound like you're being careful.
No, definitely not. I'm not really being sneaky. I'm just being like honest with him.
It almost sounds like if you're not being subtle at all, it almost sounds forceful in a way, but I could see.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it could get real forceful if we start flirting with each other. I'm like, hey, we had great times together.
It also could be sneaky because you're appealing to his better nature and also flirting with him.
Yeah, I think I'll go with forceful. So it's like one die,
Okay.
right? And I'll risk stress to embrace the mechanics to bring it back up to two, but I might get stressed out.
Okay, so you're going to roll a regular die and a stress die.
Uh-huh. Stress
And if
die will be the
this.
first one,
Okay.
and using a favor to improve the results.
Okay.
Or I'm going to owe a favor to improve the results. All right, so
So the
no,
first
there's a
one,
two, or no, I guess it's a four, which
the
becomes a
stress is a
six,
4. Yeah.
but that becomes a six for stress, right? Or is it still stress a four?
So you roll, you risk stress. The
Mm-hmm.
first die was your stress die. It was
Mm-hmm.
a 4. The 4
Mm-hmm.
is higher than your current stress level.
So I increase
And
stress.
yeah, so you go up by 1.
Okay. But the result is the level of a six because I owe him a favor.
Yep. Yep.
Gotcha.
That's how we're playing it. So, yes, the
All right,
result is a
Danny.
6.
So how's Danny react?
Of course, I can give you a place to stay, Rach, but what kind of danger are you bringing to my dojo?
Do you even have, is this a dojo? Are you still doing that? I thought, okay, well, I mean,
It's a
you
turn of
know,
phrase. I mean, it's
like you
not
and
mine.
Colleen broke up years ago, so you have your business, so like, you should be fine, but like, I mean, you know what I used to do. You helped me leave. And really, honestly, this is kind of on you because of, your teachings and, showing me there's a better way. But, they want me dead, obviously.
Well, we
I think
can't
the
let that
cops have my name for
happen.
some reason. Don't love that. Uh, my girlfriends, they might be being targeted too. So,
The
plus we're dealing with this whole
bad
thing with,
girls. He kind of arches his brow, like
yeah, you
not
got a problem
judging
with,
them as just as judging the name, maybe. Um,
yeah, the Bad Girls Inc.
yeah, I don't think you actually filed for a.
Do you
Okay, I'll put you in
really want
contact
to
with Misty.
argue about this, Mr. Hero for Hire?
Speaking of which, I'll let you talk to Misty. I'm sure she can pull some strings to help you out. She
Right.
needs my help, but I don't have time. So, since you now have a place to stay, gestures at.
Yeah. I brought left technically they're leftovers, but it's your favorite place. So one of your favorite places. The second one.
Okay. Silver Lotus
Two.
is very good. Two is almost as good. It's no Empire Strikes Back.
Sure.
What? I was making a cultural reference. I've gone back and watched that. It's
That
much better than the first one.
that came out before you were born, Danny.
I know. I went back to why? What else did I say? I went back. Then it.
I don't know. I thought that you were just playing off the whole mystical village thing that
Well,
you spent time
it usually gets me a
supposedly
lot of.
spent time
You
at.
know, Rach. This gets me a lot more leeway from most people.
Yeah, well, not with your ex, okay?
Fair. Uh,
Yeah,
and you
see?
now have procured a place to stay, and if we have
It's
a result,
complicated.
it's complicated, and you have to go do a favor for Misty Knight as
Ugh,
your
I love it. I hate it.
yay. Misty Knight will make you deal with corrupt crime because I'm super into the cops as Punisher fans ideas of Daredevil Born Again. That just is so problematic, and I love it. Did they play with that at all in the last two? No, I don't want to know. I don't
I'm not
know.
going to tell you nothing. You
Thank you.
watch those episodes.
You tell me nothing, even if I ask for less than nothing. Cool. So, here's where we are. We have finished downtime, and this is our last session. So, I think what we should do at this point, because 25 minutes is not going to even get through a fight scene, is we go from downtime to transition to brief epilogues. Epilogues are a good way for shorter series to at least have some landing spot and for you guys to be able to put the characters to bed at least for some time. But we'll try to see if there's a time we can revisit, but I can't make any guarantees that our schedules will line up. So with that, we will do some brief epilogues. Epilogues can be just a continuation of where you want the character to be headed towards. It can be a way to say, yeah, this is my getting off point for the character and wrap up their story. It can even be a cliffhanger that a future us will try to resolve someday if we can. So, who'd like to lead us off in an epilogue?
I think I've got one for Rachel and Nocturne going on that heist.
Ooh, fun. Is it a jewelry store you're knocking off?
Yeah, but it's like a front for like the Maggia.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Are you also taking Nocturne with you? You were talking about doing a
Isn't
heist
that,
of.
didn't I say
You did.
Nocturne?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said Rachel. I'm sorry.
Rachel and
Oh,
Nocturne is what you said.
okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
If I didn't, I meant to, but yeah, Nocturne and Rachel knocking over, doing like a real fancy heist on a Maggia run jewelry store.
There we go. Now it is truly a victimless crime because they only sell jewelry to bad people and they're bad people. So this is a great plan. I'm into this. Anti-heroing it up.
Hmm.
That sounds awesome. Who else has an epilogue? I love that setup, by the way. I really want to play through it.
I could see Electra having gotten a tip about Graydon Creed Jr. somehow, but uh, it was a trap, and now there's this fight on the rooftops in the rain, surrounded by goons,
Oh,
kind of thing.
yeah. Anti-mutant goons. Oh, cyber goons, because Graydon Creed's got technopathy and weird
Oh,
cyborg
so
body.
Reavers. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
fight some
Reavers.
Reavers.
Oh my gosh, the Reavers. That sounds awesome. Yes, a rain fight against the Reavers with Elektra. Hello.
Eye the Tiger and all that.
Fun. Zach or Rod, either of you have a idea for an epilogue?
Yeah. So I think maybe there's another Yo-Yo goes with her sister to another show, another nightclub that uh what's her face? Fruit Lance is at. And she kind of insinuates Fruit Lance insinuates that while, the Infernal rebranding is cute, that there might be an opportunity for someone as resourceful and creative as
Ooh.
Yo-Yo, if she ever wanted to rebrand to something a little bit more serpent-like.
They're recruiting you? Your
And
rivals?
I think Yo-Yo is kind of like scoffs and oh my gosh, scoffs and like is like puts on the front of like, no, I've got a team already and we're tight. But as Fertilance, walks away, there's that flicker of doubt and consideration on her face as she looks up to her sister and thinks like, yeah, maybe there's other things to do. Maybe there's other opportunities.
Oh, you're gonna betray your friends? The sorority? Awesome.
But I think we see the back of uh, Kamala Khan, and she's holding a picture. You can't see because we're seeing from the back, and she's just saying, "Look, I know it's not Thanos, but uh, this guy is killing people, like, and not just bad guys anymore. Like innocent people are getting hurt. I mean, this is something that can, well, I mean, it's going to save lives and put us on the map. And you know, I need you unless you're scared." And she's obviously taunting, but Kate, whose back has been to her, spins around quickly, knocks an arrow, shoots, and shoots the picture right out of her head and hits hits the wall. You see, it's a picture of Frank Castle as the Punisher.
That's awesome. Kate and Kamala against Punisher sounds. Oh, that sounds primo.
So I think I've got one um for a little bit further down, a little bit in the future. Um so I think that the credits start to roll and then it clears and we see um Tanya Nocturne in a cell and we see it's more than a typical jail cell. I think it's got a door with like the little slot so she can't really see out. And we see Graydon Creed open the slot and he looks through and he says, "Your time's coming. It won't be too long until, you're on the raft. I've got you this time." And we see, when that opens up, I think through the little spot, the camera focuses behind him and we see Ilyana step up. Um, and uh, we see this portal open behind her and she grabs Graydon Creed and steps backward. And it's whenever she opened the portal, it opened into the room. So that door's gone. And Nocturne reaches out and goes, "No!" And then it closes, and all that's there is just an open hole now.
Wow. Oh, that's great. That's a great little post-credit sequence. When we see Nocturne in the cell, I'm kind of guessing she has a collar.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. That was top notch. Any Did everyone go? I think everyone. Right. Oh, that will bring our brief jaunt into Antiheroes to a close. Thank you all so much for giving this game a shot and putting it through its paces. I really loved your characters, and I had a really good time playing with y'all. So that will bring things to a close and stop the recording here. Thank you guys so much.